Environmental issues about the Tapajos River. The Tapajos River is one of the largest tributaries of the Amazon River. It runs through the Amazon rainforest. About 325 fish species are known to inhabit the Tapajos River basin, and 65 of these species are found nowhere else on Earth. Many of these species have been discovered within the last decade, and some may be threatened by the dams that are planned on the river. The reason why this is important is because the Tapajos River has massive biodiversity, and by disrupting this, you could possibly cause many species that we don't even know about to go extinct. And the dams require reservoirs. These reservoirs are huge, and they will end up deforesting this whole area. Just to put into perspective, in 1 square mile of land, there are 185,714 trees that are going through photosynthesis. In this 441 miles, that's 81,899,874 trees. Those trees generate approximately $5 trillion in air pollution control in 50 years. These dams also result in the flooding of riparian zones. Riparian zones are like the banks of rivers, and they're really important because they serve as biofilters that protect the wildlife around them from sedimentation, polluted water, and erosion. So if these riparian zones are destroyed, once again the biodiversity is in jeopardy.
So the Tapajos Dam brings up a few legal issues. In Article 231 of the Brazilian Constitution, it states, Indians shall have their social organization, customs, languages, creeds, and traditions recognized, as well as their original rights to the lands they traditionally occupy, it being incumbent upon the Union to indemnify them, protect, and ensure respect for all of their property. That's from the Constitution of Brazil. As for the national parks and protected lands, in the Tapajos region river, there are many protected forests that will be destroyed by the flooding created from the dam. It's obviously not a good thing. Endangered species. There are over 35 different protected species in the affected area. That's in Brazil flora. Endangered plants. Over 400 almost extinct plants are approximately 50 other in serious danger. So the flooding will, kill all these plants that are already almost extinct, and in danger. The killing of protected animals is against the law. Another reason why the dam will violate many laws that are set in place to protect the lands, animals, and people that live there. So hunting, killing, or collecting wildlife that is listed as endangered by IUCN and protected by laws such as the Endangered Species Act, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act of 1918, and international treaties such as CITES. So violating this law is international crime. It would kill or displace many indigenous people.
The social issues persist immensely as this project develops, since it will cause floods on populated areas. Brazil's indigenous agency, FUNAI, rejected the idea of this project due to the fact that it will cause irreversible impacts on many indigenous communities, as they'll be flooded and displaced by forest with nowhere to go. These populated areas are manifesting themselves by threatening they will stay where they are and attack the constructions. The Indians, traditional communities, and many ecologists explain that biodiversity benefits local communities instead of destroying them. It is a culturally sacred land that will be destroyed, causing a great impact on the indigenous culture, which is being terminated by the hydroelectric stations. The disappearance of this culture not only frightens the history of Brazil, but the future tourism in the country. This project is reducing rainfall caused by the deforestation, which affects the communities living nearby the rivers as they benefit from the water. This construction will affect mainly 1,300 Munduruku Indians that habit along the Tapajos River and Cavabi and Apika tribes, bringing a total of 2,000 indigenous people affected and displaced.
Yeah, similarly, the economics of the land is an interesting one because the people of the Tapajos don't value money in the same way that we do. So because of that, their land is equivalent to our money because it gives them what they need to survive. They have been as part of the land for at least 274 years, and it has belonged to them for that long. I say belonged in parentheses because they don't emphasize value and possession of land as we do. And the land is also super valuable because, they found gold deposits and it can sustain life as well as being a huge taker out of CO2 in the atmosphere.
Political issues. Looking at the governmental views, we can see that the Brazilian government finds benefits in hydroelectric power. We also see that the government believes that pushing the tribes out is within the Tapajos River tribe's rights. The government also believes that the enactment is on the plus side due to the fact that there's area is believed to be prime for the dams and for mining and other activities. They also believe that this will offer jobs for many people and in the long run will help benefit the country. The Tapajos River tribes believe that the enactment goes against their rights due to the fact that they were promised 13 years ago that they would have the rights to the land. They also believe that it's a bad decision due to the fact that the dams will increasingly lower the rainfall They also believe that pollution and safety will be an issue, as well as they have had the land for 247 years and thousands have lived, and they believe that actions must be taken, and they have done so themselves by rebelling, staking out the land, and seeking help from officials.